So Ari Lennox. Matter of fact, I'll let you lead into this. I have the clip so we can explain and hear her words on this.
So yeah, Ari, who we are a big fan of here at Caps and Crowns. I mean, absolutely beautiful girl, beautiful voice. The Dreamville thing didn't work out. You know, the label shit, it's sticky. I don't have no sides. And she's a proud, super proud black chocolate woman. But I think she got this one wrong. Ari went on a little rant commenting on how she felt about the hit 90s TV sitcom Martin, saying that she was uncomfortable and she disliked the way that Martin always came at Pam, saying words like nappy and always cracking on her. You got it dialed up?
I got you.
Let's get into it.
Lennox. The thing that pissed me off about Martin was how much he would go on Pam. I'm not like too woke or something is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm honestly problematic. I'm pretty problematic, low key. But my point is that there are some things where I draw the line and it just bothered me. Or like Pam was so beautiful and so fine. And I just feel like growing up as a chocolate girl, I don't even know if I was able to understand the greatness of Pam because of the light that I feel like I was being fed. Of just like always going on Pam, always like that's all I remember. It just would piss me off, like the joking on Pam. I just didn't like that.
Like family.
Oh, okay, there wasn't more. Salute to the Breakfast Club. I pulled that from the Breakfast Club. I always want to cite my sources. So salute to them. Yeah. So Ari Lennox, just like Karan was saying, don't like the way that Pam was depicted and how Martin was going off of that. She even pretty much made it seem like there was like a colorism thing going on because Gina was light skinned and she was dark skinned, and that fed into how she felt about herself as a chocolate melaninated queen. Yeah, what did you niggas think? Because I think I'm interested because I'm interested with Corey because Corey's not a big Martin fan as well.
Yeah, but he's also not a fucking moron. So yeah, her role in the show was Gina's best friend. Stereotypically, the narrative is the person in your relationship that bothers you the most as a young black man is your girl's best friend. That's like a stereotypical thing. That's number one. Number two, what she left out conveniently is Martin did snap on Pam. He snapped on Gina too. Her entire thing was how big her motherfucking head is. Slapped. He went on Tommy too. Big Kareem Abdul-Jabbar head ass boy. He snapped on Cole too. You big dumbass. He snapped on Stan too. He snapped on the white boy in the radio station. He snapped on the old lady. He snapped on his mama. He snapped on Shanae. He snapped on Big Shirley. He snapped on Cole's mom. This is what he did. No, the show. When I say he, I meant the show. Oh, because okay. Gina snapped on his mom having a mustache. So what I'm saying is Martin and the writers wrote jokes about everybody.
You missed one
every single body. And they joked on Martin. His ears.
Including himself.
Yes. His ears, his height, him being a mama's boy, so she was way off base to me, for me, with me, way off base. She left a lot on the bone, and this is that feminine shit. This is the shit I be talking about. Can black people be colored? Yes. Was it a thing in Hollywood where the main star had to be lighter and the friend was darker, like one-on-one with Kyla Pratt? And yes, you could. Growing up, I was able to see like, oh, the light-skinned girl was the star and the dark-skinned girl was and then Hollywood tried their best to get away with that. If Family Matters, Laura is darker than Max. That's a fact. Who's the star living single? Well, they'll say Regine or Queen Latifah. Yes, they are dark. They are lighter than Max. Yes,
Max is the star.
Max is my favorite. By far, my favorite character on Living Single is Max St. Charles, Attorney at Law.
I don't know the numbers, but I feel like I can guarantee you that Max is the most popular character on that show.
Oh, I would say Queen La just because of her fame outside of that.
I'm talking about if you polled people who watch.
Oh yes, sure, 100%.
Who their favorite character is?
I agree with most people. 1,000,000%. And light skinned Regine will come in last. I agree with you 1,000,000% that Max St. Charles is the favorite.
She probably would come in last. You're right.
She would come in because everybody loves Sinclair. Like
love
there's
Sinclair. You gotta love Khadijah. You gotta love Khadijah. You gotta love Gotta love Obi. You gotta love Kyle too. Like everybody.
She's coming last. She's
Well,
for sure
maybe
coming last.
if you add the dude they added later on as the roommate later on.
Oh,
maybe
weird nigga. Yeah, okay. But yeah,
Cola. Who the fuck is Cola? That nigga.
I absolutely believe she's just a little off base, and this happens. You feel like you're being not ostracized. What's the word I'm looking for? Oppressed, and so you see your oppression in everything you take in. If you watch Martin from the beginning to the end, first of all, in the first season, I just watched the episode. Martin bragged about how sexy Pam was. When Pam had a special dress she used to get a rain, he was like, "Yeah, she put it on, and she got
yeah."
Like you're just off base. You're just off base, and I wholeheartedly disagree with you. And I know Martin had a romantic relationship with Tashina Arnold, so he felt she was attractive. So it's just shout out to Ari, but you're wrong, big dog.
Yeah, you're wrong. She's wrong on this. I feel like this is a case of you're seeing what you want to see. You're seeing what you want to see. So you as a darker melanated queen, you have seen the imagery and seen how Hollywood could lean a certain way. And when you watch this, you already had predisposed hatred in your heart for the leading light-skinned lady. You already had that in your heart, like, oh, look, they trying to prop her up. And then when you saw the dark-skinned supporting lady, you saw her being cracked on, you saw this, so you immediately attached that to her being dark-skinned. But one thing that my brother Karan, who eloquently put that and took a lot of the things that I would want to say off the table, you never heard Martin say a black joke about Pam. I don't think there were any like dark black joke, there were no black jokes about her.
Never,
being, like,
not
dark,
one,
nothing like
not
that. No
one,
type of
not no blackie, not no darkie, not one.
Yeah,
not one time.
Never that. Also, Karan also did a great job of showing all of the people who were getting cracked on in the show, primarily by Martin. So it wasn't like Pam was the only one getting jokes. Everybody was getting jokes, just like Karan said. One thing he didn't mention is there was, for the most part, there was only one person on that show that also cracked at Martin. Who was that person?
Pam.
It was only Pam. I don't feel like Tommy ever joked back at Martin. Cole, Gina maybe did a couple of
everybody,
but
did.
Like the only person
everybody did.
I don't even know. I don't know that. I feel like I can't think of actual tangible moments where there were actual big punchlines of, let me say this, of actually going toe to toe with Martin.
They would jump Martin. So there's scenes where, like I said, Martin told everybody. So Gina said somebody's ears, said somebody's ass, said somebody's ears, said somebody's height, called him a jackass, and Pam go he like they had those moments. But yes, Pam was written as his. That's who he butted heads with, and she was swift. She was funny.
She got him a few times, nigga.
Of course she did. She was charismatic. She was incredible. And when you take
and we all knew that.
Yes. And when you take that role, when you take the side of, she was being mistreated because she was dark, it lessens how important she was to. She was the other star of the show. It went Martin, then Pam, then everybody else.
Yeah.
And
their rivalry goes down in TV history rivalry. We have a bunch of rivalries in TV history, and theirs goes down as one of the best. I don't want to get into ranking shit, but theirs goes down as one of the best. You just, Ari, you said you're not super woke. You is. You trying to be woke.
Yeah, you
tripping. Go to sleep. Go sleep.
You tripping. I'd rather you attack Saved by the Bell for having Lisa Voorhees as the token than attacking Martin. You attack Martin? Come on, what are we doing?
All black cast.
I think both of you guys are right. I think you are right in the sense that it was taken out of context, and she may be wrong as far as like what actually happened. But I also want to speak from the point of, yes, like where I say you're right is where you're coming from the point of you're seeing what you want to see, and you're relating to what you want to relate to some type of oppression that you're experiencing. You're using this interaction on television to like channel that, and it may be like misguided, right? But I understand I think the point we should focus on more, as opposed to like what actually happened on the show, is to like how she's feeling and why she feels like that. Like her experiences may be like, all her experiences may be negative, and maybe a lot of her negative experiences come from like her being the skin color she is, or how she looks, or whatever may be the case. Because I've heard many a times niggas say, "Oh, she looks good for a black girl." Like you never hear
I've
them say
heard
that
that.
about anyone else. So she
Yeah,
may
I've
have
heard
got
that.
that a lot of times, or for like just feeling ostracized on how you look. You don't get the same opportunities. You don't get the same looks. You don't get the same plays. Like all the new R&B singers that's coming up are all from fucking Europe and light skin. Like majority of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she may feel like she's not getting the same opportunities. Maybe she's not being put in the same rooms. Whatever may be the case. We don't know her experiences. But maybe this, where she's coming from in this interview, is where these feelings stem from. And maybe one of her core memories that this feeling originates from is from watching this show. And a lot of the interactions with Pam and Martin, from what I've seen, it is back and forth, and he does go after everyone. But a lot of the times when he's speaking to her, a lot of the jokes are comparing her to like a donkey or a fucking wildebeest or something like that, or talking about like a feature that's like really uh like how black women care about their hair. A lot of it's like hair jokes. Like it's just like shit that's like in our community, how light-skinned girls roast black girls, or how someone outside the race may roast a black girl. Like that's not your real hair, or you can't, like your shit's nappy, or whatever may be the case. It's probably shit that it may not be as extreme as she's trying to convey it, but maybe like the way it resonates with her, that's what she focuses on. She's hyper focused on those interactions on the show because she can relate to it. So yes, she may be wrong in what she's saying is actually happening, but in her feelings of how those moments made her feel, I think she's right. And I think it comes from, like you guys said, oppressed situations or experiences and just her life in general, and using that as a point to channel that. But I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like she's not wrong. I don't feel like she's wrong completely. I just feel like she's wrong in what she's saying happened on the show. But like, I think it's accurate to her experiences, because like no one's looking at Ari Lennox like, no one's checking for fucking Ari Lennox. I'm being dead serious. And she's super talented. She's super dope. But a lot of the times when you're checking for somebody is how they're pushed, how they're marketed. And maybe she feels like she's not being marketed or pushed by her team or whatever because of how she looks or who she is. And it comes from a long line of situations. So I don't know. Who knows?
But let me give you pushback on that.
Let's end
What
this,
she
please.
what she's doing is putting her experiences on Martin's intentions. She's saying, I'm watching this and I'm realizing Martin is treating her bad because she's dark skinned. And that's not the truth. So I have to tell her, Ari, you are wrong. That is not the truth.
Right.
Martin designed this back and forth with this character and the rest of these characters because it was a funny, urban, young black show. And in urban and in our community, I've been Martin when I went back and forth with my girl's best friend. She
Right.
called me fat. I'll call her like whatever it is. It could be a million, whatever it is. But it's still love between us. Hypothetically, versus one of my best friends in the world. His wife is mean to me on purpose. That's our thing. She never said her true intent is to show me love. But the way she does it is she acts like she's bullying me, and we play into that. That's our thing. That's the absolute it's not like, oh yeah, so Simone fucking with Karan because he light. No, that's not, has nothing to do with nothing.
Right.
And her intentions are pure with me. I believe Martin's intentions were pure with Pam. He looked out for Pam a bunch of times. He gave her money. He gave her a place to stay. He gave her jobs. You see what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. She's wrong in what she's saying is the focal point of what happened on the show. She's wrong from that aspect, but her feelings towards it isn't incorrect. I don't think so.
Well, no, yeah, you taught me that. I can never tell somebody how to feel, but feelings are fickle. So you might feel like that in 2025, and in 2030, she might watch every episode Fat on the Couch and love the show. I don't know. I'm just saying, as a black person, I've seen zero colorists.
We can call feelings fickle, but feelings is what has people in Gaza starving right now, when niggas positioning nuclear submarines towards countries and shit over feelings, not facts. So a lot of like we can call it fickle, but feeling is the reason why a lot of turmoil happens in the world. So you know
The
what I'm
reason why I
saying?
say
Like
the reason why I say
yeah,
feelings are fickle is because, just like you said, like I could lose my lady to a nigga, and in that instant when I see them together, I could want to kill him, but that feeling will fade, and eventually my rational brain should rise to the top, and I should just stay away from them, and whatever they do with their life is what they do. So that's
yeah.
why I say feelings are fickle. So yeah, a person might have a nuclear missile pointed somewhere right now over feelings, and I pray to God those feelings fade and your rational brain takes over, and it's not. That's all I say. I just say feelings are fickle because they change. You could be angry with somebody you really love, and you be angry as fuck for 30, 40 minutes, and then you never feel like that again. That's why I say
Yeah.
feelings are fickle.
Okay.